Hey guys! Are you shocked that normal Kelly's back? Well, actually, Kelly's never really normal. I started talking without background music on. What should we listen to? How about a little play? I just got back from my niece's dance recital, which they're really, really good, honestly. That might sound funny, but they used to be exceedingly long, but now they are, they're really, really good. And it was funny because I was telling her, I said, you know, when I was growing up, because remember how old I am, and I would watch MTV. That was back when MTV actually played music videos. Call me crazy. But like one of my favorite singers back then was Jody Watley. So sometimes I go on YouTube and I'll look up, you know, old videos, and I looked up Jody Watley, and I was watching it, and the head tilt came out. I was like, because the moves, and I love Jody Watley. I even have later stuff. I love her. Okay, I still have her greatest hits. Anyway, I'm watching this video and I'm like, because it's really, there's no dancing at all. It's more just a lot of like moving and holding onto a pillar and coming around the other side of the pillar and like peeking, and it wasn't even voguing. It was just really like, look at this side of my outfit and then look at this side. A lot of that. It was bizarre. So then I watched my nieces, and all three of my nieces have been in all kinds of dance. And I'm telling you, these guys are awesome. They are just, I mean, it's awesome. So anyway, shout out to Allie, you did freaking awesome. Jessica, you rock. You always did. And Catherine, you're awesome too. My youngest, Jordan's not old enough to dance yet, but I'm sure she'll be doing something kick butt. But I also wanted to share last night about the party. First of all, that costume, everybody was giving me snaps on it, which I appreciated, but I had like 7 bras on, okay? I think I shared that with you, but that's what you gotta do to get the Elvira look. But all night long, I'm breathing like this. Like, you can't move a lot in those corsets, which really, it's almost a good diet key, or a diet aid, if you will. Wear a corset every day, because you eat too much, and it's like, it's not pleasant. Okay, I'll put it that way. It was not pleasant. So, I did pretty good. I didn't drink. I think I confessed down there that my friend Linda and I, you know, that big sweets table, they had a big, huge sweets table. A whole table out in the main room was pizza. Every kind of pizza you can imagine. And the smell was wafting through. And then a big thing of pasta, okay? And then you go into the other room, they had all kinds of alcohol, good stuff, and then they had a sweets table. And it was calling my name. But we did share, we actually shared 2 squares of this chocolate thing, and then when we left we had a little oatmeal cookie. But I didn't drink, and you know, everybody the whole night was like, you gotta drink, come on, and it really was bizarre at the end of the night to be the only few people that were not completely wasted, so it was funny. Anyway, I digress. So we had a really good time. It was a video scavenger hunt. We had to go out and shoot all kinds of different people doing different stuff and get, you know, pizza boxes and, you know, signs, and go to this person's house and have them. It was really, really fun. They did a really great job. We had a blast. But here's my little side shot for the day, or thought for the day, that has nothing to do with anything. But it doesn't matter, because that's the way this brain works. There's so much up here that sometimes it's just got to spill out. And I mentioned this before, but it's because I talked to my dad today. What is it with men and the obsession with wood and fire? Can someone elaborate on this for me? Because the thing about my dad is, and it really holds true for so many men, is why do they have to save every piece of wood of any size or shape or condition because they might need it someday? If you go to my house, or my parents' house, sorry, and you go in the garage, there are pieces of wood there that I remember as a child. And they were some of them that when we had puppies, you know, Dad would bring out this piece of plywood, or it was part of a wall that he ripped off or something, and that would block the puppy off, right? Well, you'd think that when you're done with the puppy, you'd throw the piece of wood away, but no, we might use that someday. And then there's, you know, different kinds of board with nails sticking out, and, you know, boards this big, big tall boards, 2x4s, 7x2s, And of course, I don't know what kind of woods they are, but you know, if I were to touch one of them and want to use it to, I don't know, beat someone with, he'd be like, "No, Kelly, that's cherry. That's good wood." So I obviously don't know the levels of quality wood either. So there's that. And then you can't ever put wood away. And sometimes when he's come over here to fix things, like, you know, these bookshelves back here, or he made me some custom shelves for inside my closet, for inside my office, and he's like, "Kelly, do you have a shim?" I'm like, a what? What was that? A shin, Kelly. Don't you have some plywood or some wood or, you know, some scraps? Why? Look at me. Do I come across to you as someone that has spare pieces of wood? Where would you get spare pieces of wood? How would I find a spare piece of wood? And so he came over here and was fixing things, and I'll show you because he obviously used pieces of wood. But there was a piece left over, and it was like thin, it was like this long. And he's like, "Here, Kelly, why don't you keep this?" I'm like, "Okay, so what would I keep this for?" He's like, "Kelly, just keep it, you might need it someday." So I almost felt bad. I kept it in my laundry room, and it was just a piece of wood sitting there, and I'm like, why am I keeping this piece of wood? But Dad, of course my dad doesn't watch my blog. He would be bored out of his mind, but I will tell you, Dad, I threw it away. Not gonna find any pieces of wood in my house. If I need it, I would have to go out to the woods out back. So there's that. But anyway, I am going to go relax because it is, I think it's 5 o'clock now. And I have yet to relax and enjoy my day. But I did want to tell you guys, here's what we need to start working on. Because I've been listening to my Success Principles book by Jack Canfield. I realized how much I have missed, really, feeding my brain, and like I don't want to say preach to you guys, but I kind of do preach to you guys, about feeding your brain positive feedback, encouragement, visualization, setting your goals, and all of that. And let me tell you, it changes you. It's like when I don't go to church or I don't listen to Joel Osteen or something on Sunday, I become a bad person during the week. Seriously. I know it's hard to believe that I might have a bad side, but I do. It's not that bad. No, it could be. But caffeine balances it out, so there's that. But honestly, I'm really just, it's just changing me, and I'm so excited, and I'm listening to this, and I've already read this book, but that just goes to show you, it's kind of like working out. You don't say, I'm going to get fit, so I'm going to work out next Monday. You don't, it's an ongoing process, and as you get older, you have to work harder, and you have to continually adjust and tweak. Well, that's the same way with kind of feeding your inside. If you're going to become a better person, you've got to continually work on becoming a better person. And it's a huge difference when you really focus on that, and when you listen. Sometimes you can listen to the same thing, you know, and the 6th time you hear something that you didn't hear. It's like watching a movie. You know, you watch, even if it's a funny movie, whatever. I mean, I watched Knocked Up, and it was so hysterical. I catch stuff the 3rd time around that I didn't catch, and it's priceless. It's the same thing with something that you're learning, anything that you're listening to or reading. And I'm really getting back into making sure I have a certain amount of reading, a certain amount of listening in the car. Why do I need to listen to music in the car? I'm going to be listening to audio CDs that are nonfiction or, you know, self-improvement. And it's amazing. So this chapter that I was listening to in the car really was about getting specific with your vision board and with your goals. And I think that's what I want to talk to you guys about tomorrow. If you've never heard of a vision board, Google it, look it up. It's basically, literally, your physical dream board, if you will. Put pictures up of things that you want, the body that you want, a house that you like, anything that you aspire to that you're going to be working towards. You've got to get like a visualization of it that you can look at every day. And I'm going to show you guys later, because in my office, in my closet, I have a whole board, and I've got it filled up with stuff, and I keep my closet door open all day so that when I'm working in here, I can look at that when I'm on the phone and I'm talking with a client. I could actually be looking at my board and visualizing, because that's what you got to do. And I want to talk to you guys about maybe let's all, you know, share our goals with each other and encourage each other and keep each other accountable, because we're going to do things in 2009 that we've never done before. And I know that we can all do it. We all know that we're capable, and if you don't know that you're capable, let me tell you, you are capable. You can do anything you set your mind to. What you think about, you bring about. So we're going to make it happen. There's more coming. I'm not going to give up on you. I'm not going to take no for an answer, and that's all there is to it. So what do you got to say to that? I dare you to say no to me.